Okay, team, welcome to the beautiful Aroha Retreats. I am Laura Mohi from Wild Pilates, and we are doing a signature Wild Pilates hour class today. So modifications will be provided, but just take it in your own pace, and let's get started. All right, we're coming onto all fours onto your mat. Any issues with the wrist, you can always fold the mat over a few times, or you're welcome to come up into a fist. And let's get started rounding your back and just looking at your knees. Big stretch here through the spine, and then we're sinking down through the middle. Really nice. Rounding your back, looking at your knees, and then we're sinking down. Don't think about it too much to start with, just moving the body, moving in your own pace. Sinking down. Really nice. Okay, we'll go for about 3 more. Focus on really pushing away from the mat. Coming forward, sinking down, enjoying the view out the window, setting your shoulders, and then we tuck and curl. Okay, let's go for 1 more. And well done. Okay, tucking your toes under. I want you to push up and away from the mat, lifting your hips up into a pike or a downward dog, and we're trying to press your heels down towards the mat. And now we're just going to pedal your feet, pushing up and away from the mat. And again, to start with, we're just warming up the body. So take your time, breathing in, breathing out. Good. And if you're just joining us at home, you can get started, take it in your own pace. Big shout out to any Wild Pilates online members we have here, as well as all of our Aroha Retreat fans. We're in for a good hour. So take a big breath in, 1 more big breath out, and then we are shifting the body weight forward, back to that 4-point kneeling position. Okay, I want you to try to find a nice long line through your spine. Now reach your left arm and your right leg and just hold for a second. You want the right side of your hip to still be facing down, and you're feeling a connection up with the core. Inhale, place it back down. Exhale, reach to the other side. Inhale to come down. Exhale to reach. Now we're really taking it in your own time and moving with the breath. Exhale to reach. Inhale to come down. So if you want to move a little faster or equally a little slower, that's absolutely fine. Think about the oppositional pull. So you're reaching your fingertips away from your toes, big stretch. Really nice. Then we come down and we reach. As you reach, actively feel the abs lift up. In, rib cage stays connected. Our last one, reach and hold. Big breath in, big breath out. Now we're rounding your back just like we were doing with that cat stretch. Push your hand into your knee, and then we lengthen, find a straight line through the spine. Big round of your back, exhale. Inhale to reach. As you round the back, really feel the abs connect up. Push into that knee, and then we lengthen. Really nice. Good. Round, and we lengthen. 1 more. Good. Hold there. Can you reach your fingertips a little further away from your toes? Big stretch. And then we come down. Well done. Straight into that other side. We reach. Take a second to sit up. We have the left side of the hip facing down. The fingertips reaching. Round the back. Inhale, we lengthen. Good. If you mix up the breathing, don't worry, just keep breathing. I'll talk you through it if that is helpful for you. Big reach. As you exhale, push your hand into your knee. Feel the core connection, and we lengthen. Now let's focus on that stretch. As you reach the arm and the leg, lengthen, reach. 1 more. And we reach. Really nice. Come back to a 4-point kneeling position. We're going to tuck your toes under. Before we do anything else, I want you to feel your shoulders come away from your ears. Push down into the mat until you feel these muscles here under the armpits really fire up. From there, breathe in. Exhale, you're going to hover your knees. At the same time, feeling the core muscles wrap around and lift. And then we inhale to come down. Reset. Exhale, push up. Inhale down. As well as the lift, I'm thinking about reaching the top of my head away from my tailbone, so lengthen your spine. Inhale down. 2 more. Inhale down. Last one. Of course, we hold that little hover as an option. If you need to, you could take your knees down. If we can, we have a 5-second hold. Last 2, and then we push up into that pike or that downward dog position and just hold it there. Push away from the floor. We're breathing in. Big breath out. And then we're going to flow through that. So we go from this position, we go back to the hover of your knees, find a long spine, breathe in. Exhale to push yourself back up. Pause, breathe in. Exhale to come back to the hover. Pause, we breathe in. We exhale to go back. If you're moving a little faster, that's fine. Breathe in. Exhale forward. Breathe in. Press it back. One more. Let's hold this hover again. Knees are bent. Can you lengthen your spine a little more? Lift the abs up a little more. 3, 2, last one. Take your knees wide. Well done. Okay, take both hands off to the left side of your mat and just a little stretch down the side of your body. Big breath in. Big breath out. Both hands over to the other side. Good, and hold that stretch. Good. So I don't usually stop the pulses or anything until I at least get a few big smiles. So just a little hint there, if you really want to come out of anything, just give me a big grin and then I might think about it. Okay, come back to the middle again, hands under the shoulders. We do this one more time. Then we're going to give the wrists a good rest. Push away from the floor. I want you to straighten one leg. From here, can we feel the ab muscles lift up? Rib cage is in, shoulders are set, and then we just float the other leg up and we're already in that nice plank position. Well done. Push up and away from the floor. Really active here. Of course, there's the option to go down to your knees if that was better for you, or to your wrists or your forearms if your wrists do not like this. Hold here if we can. One leg up. Inhale down. Lift the other leg. Now we're trying to do this without the hips lifting any higher. Great. Wrapping your abs around. Give me another 4. Big exhale. Reaching some energy out through the top of the head. Last 2. Last 1. Foot comes down. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Take your time. Breathe in once you get here. Exhale to curl all the way up. Restack your spine. And roll your shoulders out. Well done, looking great. Let's come down onto your back. Take a sip of water whenever you need. We're doing well. All the way down. Okay, we're going to get some movement through the spine. Relax your shoulders, bend your knees, and when you're ready, tuck your tailbone under. Start to lift your hips up off the mat. Big breath in. Exhale, curl down. Rib cage down. Middle of the back, lower back, and your tailbone comes down last. Tuck and curl, lifting up. Inhale, let's take your arms up and back behind you. Keep the arms back as you curl down through the spine. Hands come down. Tuck and curl, lifting up. Hands come back. And we are curling down. Move through that spine. Hands come down. One more. Tuck and curl. Hands come back. and then we curl all the way down. Hands come down, and we'll lift up again. Really nice. I want you to feel this rib to hip connection. You're keeping a bit of connection in from the abs. Glutes are working. Let's reach our arms up to the sky. From here, let's see if we can lift one leg to a tabletop or a little bent knee position. Inhale, take it back down. Exhale, lift the other. Inhale, down. We are trying to keep your pelvis nice and still and steady. So as you lift the leg, try to keep the pelvis level. So as we lift this right foot, the right side of the hip stays up in line with the left. If you need to, you could have your hands around your hip bones, just to feel that. If you're feeling okay, you reach your arms up. Really nice. Big exhale. Every time I lift my foot up, I think about wrapping the core muscles around, almost like a corset, connecting in to help protect your lower back. 3. Last 2. Really nice. Our last one. Of course, we hold the leg up, and if we can, we do some little pulses. You're pushing up through the foot that's still on the ground. Good. Core is connecting. We're breathing. Good. 3. Last 2. Let's go for one more, and we hold it there. Take a big breath in. Lift a little higher. Really nice. Take the foot down. Lift the other leg. Stack the pelvis. Set your shoulders. Then we pulse down a little, up a little. Usually a little smaller than you think. Think about being wide across the collarbone, driving up through the entire foot. Let's go for 5, 4. Last 3, 2. With our last one, we hold. We take a big breath in. We lift your hips an inch higher. Take the foot down, and then we slowly curl down through the spine. Okay, great news. We come up one more time. Lift your hips up. Well done. Rib cage is in. Abs are in. Hands down. Let's take our right leg to a tabletop position. See if you can lift your hips up a little more without losing the abs. So tiny tuck of that tailbone under. Reach and extend the right leg long and down. Bend it back into that tabletop. Strong exhale. Good. As you exhale and reach, I want you to feel this deep ab connection. The lift connection from the deepest abs. Reach. Good. Now you're taking the right leg as low as you can without feeling it go into the lower back or feeling the right side of the hip drop lower than the left. 2 more. Big reach. Are you still driving up with that left foot? We come back to tabletop. Take the foot down. Lift a little higher with the hips, and then take the left leg up. Breathe in. Exhale to reach. Inhale to come back in. Exhale to reach. As we reach the leg long, we feel the abs connect in and down. We challenge how low we can take that leg without it going into the lower back. Working hard to still drive your hips up. Really nice, team. Last 2. Our last one. Hold it in tabletop, lift a little higher. Foot comes down, and then we curl down through the spine. Well done. Hug your knees to your chest, looking good. Amazing. Take your feet back to the mat. I want you to take your hands just onto your lower belly, and I want you to press your lower back into the mat, connect your core muscles, and then overarch the lower back. So it's just a little pelvic tuck here. Keep your backside down. Little tuck, and then the other way, just mobilizing through the lower back. And now I want you to find the position between those 2 extremes. From here, we take your hands behind your head. We try to keep your pelvis in this position, and we crunch up. Good. We lower back down. We breathe out as we come up. Let's breathe out through your mouth as if you're blowing out through a straw. Great. Inhale down. Lifting up. Your elbows are wide, your head is relaxed. One more. Is the pelvis still in the same position? And now we do our little pulses up and up. Keep breathing. Great exercise to come back to if any of the further core work gets a little bit too much. 3, 2, last one. Let's hold. Take one leg to tabletop. Great, knee right above the hip. Feel the abs wrap around a little more, then you'll lift the other leg up. Looks good. Come up a little higher into that crunch. If you're feeling it in your lower back now, you bring your knees an inch closer. Tap one foot down. Inhale, come up. Tap the other. Good. Maybe you can reach the thigh a little further away from you. You're still keeping your knee bent. Good. Relax your head into your hands, but stay up in the crunch. 3 more. Awesome. Take your time. 2 more. Our last one. Come back to the middle. We're going to hold on to either side of your right knee. Straighten the left leg. Come up to the base of your shoulder blades. Feel the abs connect in, and then we switch. Pull the leg in. Switch. Pull it in. Breathing in. Breathing out. Slight tuck of the chin in just to protect the back of the neck. If it's not good with your head in this position, of course you can have your hands behind your head. Absolutely fine. 5, 4, big exhales. Last 2, last 1. Come back to the middle, hold on to the back of your legs. Option 1, hands come down beside you. Any neck issues or feeling a little tight, hands behind your head. Tap one foot, lift it up. Tap the other. Now we speed that up. Switch, switch, trying to keep your pelvis still and steady. Chin is in. Remember the option with the hands if you need it. 5. Last 2. Last 1. We're going to hold here. We crunch a little higher. Just looking for one smile and we can come down. Well done. Okay. Well done if you're smiling at home, I'm sorry. Little rock from side to side. Breathing in. Big breath out. Legs in tabletop, your arms are up. This time I want you to keep your head down. Feel the rib cage connect in. Reach your left hand back behind you. The right foot reaches out nice and long. Abs in and in. And then we come back to the middle. Then to the other side. Good. As you reach the leg away, feel the back of your rib cage pressing down into the mat. Pull it in. Reach. Again, I think about reaching the fingertips away from the toes. Big stretch. And we're trying to work the upper and the lower abs here. Keep this rib to hip connection. And you can just have your head down with this one on the mat. And we reach. 4 more. We're still breathing. Big exhale. Last 2. Our last 1. Really nice. Legs stay in tabletop. Hands are behind your head. We crunch up. Abs get a little rest after this. We straighten the left leg. Twist towards the right knee. Lift the back of that left shoulder blade. Over to the other side. Back, lift. We want that little pause. Twist, pause, twist, pause. As you pause, big exhale. Great. Flatten the abs as you do that. Elbows are nice and wide. Good. And now we'll speed it up to finish. Twist and twist and 4, 3, last 2, and give me 1. Favorite here, hug your knees. A little rock from side to side. Really nice. Straighten your legs down onto the mat. We reach your arms up. We breathe in. As you exhale, start to curl all the way up. Push your heels down. If you get stuck, hold on to the back of the legs. And we reach forward. Good. Perfect. Restack. That'll do the job. That's fine. Set your shoulders. And then we tuck and curl. So you tuck your tailbone under. Glutes are firing and we control it all the way down. As slow and controlled as you can, we breathe in. Exhale to come up. Up and over. We're still active with the abs, drawing back, arms reaching forward, restack up. Looking good. And then we tuck and curl. Lower back, middle of the back, shoulder blades, head comes down last. Let's go for 2 more. Reach. Try to make it a little smoother each time. If it doesn't feel smooth at all, that is absolutely fine. Breathing through it. Looking good. Curling down. Our last one. Reaching up. Up and over. Good. Reaching forward. Awesome. Okay, let's come over onto our front again, onto your hands and your knees. Your knees are right under your hips. Come down to your forearms now. First thing we do, let's feel your shoulders come away from your ears. Feel the rib cage connect in and up, so you've got a bit of core support here. Right knee hovers off the mat. Kick the right leg up and back. Hold. Now again, we haven't twisted in the hip. Your hip bone is still facing down. You're just lifting your foot as high as you can without shifting. Yep, that's good. Ryan, bend the knee in. Big, strong exhale back. Inhale to come in. Exhale back and up. Challenge how high you can lift the leg without feeling your lower back overarching. So we want the abs up and in rather than coming up and sinking into that lower back. Okay, is the back of the neck nice and long? So keep your chin tucked in a little. Lift it up nice and high. Now a little connection in from this left glute. So on that stabilizing side, make sure you're firing up for the glutes so you're not starting to lean over to that left side. Hold this leg up. Breathe in. Lift it a little higher. Now we pulse. Let's point your toes with the first round. I just gave away we're doing another round, but that's okay. We're looking good. Set your shoulders. Push away from the mat. So I want you to feel the shoulder muscles working to support you. Under the armpits there, breathing. If you need a rest, you come down, have a little breather. Carry on when you can. Hold. Flex the foot. Bend the knee in. Kick it back with a flexed foot. Reach out through your heel. Bend it back in. Kick it up and back. Bend it back in. Up and back. Reach out through the heel. A lot of energy out. Good, that's great. Head's nice in line with your spine. Last one. Hold it up. Looks good. Point your toes. Drawing circles with that foot now. And the rest of the leg. Not just the foot, sorry. Good try though. Up and around. Reverse that. Up and around. Don't forget the up and around. Try not to let it drop down. We've only got 4 and 3. Last 2. Hold it up. And then we come down. Knees are wide into a little child's pose. Take a little breather here for a second. We're doing so well. Big deep breaths. Looking good. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. And well done. We're coming into a low plank before we do the other side. We want to give the glutes a rest. That's the only motivation there. Set your shoulders. Straighten one leg. Lift the other. If this is not a good position for you, of course you're on your knees. Push up and away from the floor. Tap one knee down. Lift it up. Tap the other knee. Lift it up. Tap. Lift it up. Can you speed that up? So we switch, switch, switch. Good. Big deep breaths. Top of the head is reaching. 3, 2, and 1. We hold. Push away from the floor. And we come down. Little child's pose for a second. Big breath in. Big breath out. Really nice. Knees under your hips. We're down to the forearms. Set your shoulders. Okay, from this position, we already feel a little connection up and in from the core. Start with your feet pointed and we take the left leg up and back. We bend it in. Exhale back. Now, as we kick the leg back, we try to keep the left side of the hip facing down as well. So you only lift the foot as high as you can without twisting in the hips. Good. Inhale to take it down. Big, strong exhale, up and back. Good. It's a lot of shoulder work here, especially by the second time. So try to tuck your elbows in a little closer. Try to set your shoulders away from your ears. Can we pull in with the right side of the glutes a little more as well? Try not to lean over to that right side. Hold the foot up, point your toes, pulse and pulse. Good. Now lower abs up and in. Great, keep that connection. Our last 3 and 2. Well done. Bend it in, flex that foot, kick it up and back. Inhale to come in. Feel the abs lift up, setting your shoulders. If you're feeling it, really push away from the mat. Focus on your breath. Good, lift, little squeeze at the top. 2. Our last one. We hold, we point your toes and we draw the circles up and around. We're still pulling in with the right side of the glutes to stop ourselves shifting. Reverse. Focus on the height. Up and around. Up and around. 3. Last 2. Last one. We hold it there. And we come down. Well done. Child's pose. Knees are wide. Arms are forward. Looking really good. Big breath in. Big breath out. From this position, we shift ourselves forward, right down onto your belly. Good, you want your feet about as wide as the mat, and the hands are going off the mat. First thing I want you to do is feel your shoulders roll back and down, so the shoulder blades are sliding down your back, engaging through the upper back muscles. Now from here, let's hover your chest, chin tucks in, so the back of the neck is nice and long. Hands are gonna hover, really nice, reach your arms forward. Strong exhale, pull your elbows back right in beside your rib cage. Now as you reach forward, take your hands a little wider and try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Pull in. Good. Reach forward. Pull it in. Good. If you can't be down onto your belly, you could do this in a 4-point kneeling position if that feels good. And you just do one arm at a time. Good. If you're feeling up to it, your feet hover now. Just a little hover, and instead of the height, think about the length. Reach the energy out through your toes. Top of the head reaches away from your toes. 3 more. Pull it in. 2 more. Good. Nice. Last one, we reach the arms long. We hold. We breathe. We lift an inch higher. And then we come down. Well done. Slide your hands back under your shoulders. Let's do a little stretch here. How are we doing? Good. Perfect. It's actually a success when you get one answer there, so well done. Thank you. Lifting up. Big stretch. And we come all the way down. Okay, team, we take our hands down beside your hips. We roll your shoulders back and we get the little hover again. An option to hover the feet, but only if you feel the entire leg's really active. Even the quads are firing. Your hands come up higher than your hips, but the shoulders have now rolled back. Pulse and pulse. Good. Palms face up. We're breathing. Try to keep the chin tucked in, looking down to the front of your mat. Back of the neck is long rather than looking directly up. Breathing. So little reverse hundreds here. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Last one. We hold it here. We do some little circles here with the hands, but see how my whole entire shoulder is moving. So move from the shoulder forward and back. Forward and back. If it's too much, your feet should be down on the ground. Good. Lift your chest a little higher. Last 4, squeeze. 3, squeeze. Last 2, last 1. And well done. Really nice. Hands come down. Using your abs, push yourself up and back. Breathe in. And we come forward. Hands are under your shoulders. Now we're going to do some little tiny tricep press ups here, but the knees are going to stay right under the hip bones. Hands are in nice and close. Set your shoulders. We've just worked on those muscles. And now I want you to focus on placing your elbows down to the mat. Use your abs, use your triceps to push yourself up off the mat. Inhale down, exhale up. Try to avoid sitting back towards your heels. Instead, think about looking over your fingertips. Keep the eye gaze in the same spot as we go down and as we come up. Nice. Inhale down, exhale up. This time, I want you to think about the abs connecting. Then you power yourself up off the mat. Inhale down, abs up. Great. Then you push up. Inhale down, connect. Then we come up. Looks good. Then we come up. Let's see if we can pull the elbows a little closer and then drive it up. Looks great. Maybe not. You might need to take your hands a little wider. Just see how you go. Good. Nice, Ryan. Last 2. Our last one, we come up halfway. We pulse. Awesome. Make sure you're not shifting backwards. Stay forward. Good. 5 and 4. Last 3. We go 2 and 1. Come all the way up. Great news, we only do 5 full. So we go down. That's the positive spin on it. Only 4. And push up. Go all the way down, all the way up. Don't forget those abs. Connect, drive up. 2. Awesome. 1 more. And well done. Sit back onto your heels and just give your shoulders a really good roll out. And well done. We'll give those arms a little rest. Looking great. So we're going to line ourselves up along the back of the mat, lying onto your side. So let's keep our head down towards the back of the room, and we'll face over towards the kitchen there, Damien. And we'll go head down to the bathrooms. Yeah. Awesome. So you're lining your body up along the back of the mat. Now take both feet, straight legs, to the front of the mat. Take your top hand to the top of your hip and try to push it away a little bit. So you have your hips stacked really nicely. A little bit of core support already. Top hand can stay here on your hip or come down just in front of you. Top foot is going to lift up, not too high, just a little higher than your hip. Now, as always, we're not really thinking about the height. Let's think about the length. Reach out through your toes. Abs in. Now we do some little circles up and around. More of an oval, so up and around, up and around. Good. Now I want you to really think about keeping your hips stacked, feeling the lower abs connect, the rib cages in. Takes your mind off the glutes as we go through this as well. Now, if this is not a nice position for your neck, I want you to come down onto your bicep. Good. If you're feeling okay, whatever feels good for you. Reverse the circle. Nice. Now again, can you feel a little bit of core connection? So it's almost like you're trying to lift the side of your waist up off the mat. Good. Let's keep the foot up now. Swing the leg forward. Keep it at the same height. Now take the leg back. Yeah, that's good, Damien. So take it back, and then we go forward. So we're trying to get a bit of hip extension as we take the leg back, but the abs are in. So you only take the leg back as far as you can without feeling that lower back overarch. Good. Forward and back. Looks nice. Forward. Looks good, Cora. And back. 1 more. Take the leg back, hold, stretch out through the front of the hip flexor, fire up the glute, but the abs are in. You're not going so far back, you're in the lower back. Tap the foot, lift it up. Good, that's nice. Tap down, lift it up. Relax your shoulders as much as you can. Speed that up a little bit, down and up. Now we are thinking about the length still, so reach out through your toes. Good. 3. Last 2. We hold it there. We lift it that inch higher, and well done. Bend your knees and your feet to the front of the mat. So your shins are in line and your knees are bent. Perfect. Push the hip away again. Try not to sink up. You're lifting. Lift the knee and the foot. We go down. Perfect. So you're lifting as high as you can without feeling this top side of the hip start to roll backwards. Instead, you only lift as high as you can. Feel the glute, but the abs are stopping you rolling back. Good. Remember, you're down onto your bicep if it's feeling a little tight into the neck. Good. Try to keep the connection. It's like you're trying to lift the lower side of the waist up off the mat a little. Hold the leg up. I almost don't need to say it. We're into the pulses. Good. Up and down. Or the circles. It was going to be either one. Good news, the circles are next. 3, last 2. We're going to hold there. Imagine my palm was in front of your knee. You're drawing tiny circles on my palm. They'll want to be bigger, but take it small. Reverse. Good. 3, 2. Hold it there. All right, a smile from Ryan, we can come down. Well done. Okay, we're staying on this side, but we're carefully pushing yourself up to your elbow. You want your elbow right under your shoulder, so directly under the shoulder. Nice, bend your knees. Lift your hips up, reach the top arm up, the top leg up. Hold here. If this is too much on your shoulder, you come down, you would do the same thing with your hips down. If you can, we stay up. Pull the top elbow in as you pull the knee in. You got it, Anna? And then we reach. Perfect. Inhale to come in. Little side crunch, pull it in. But then we reach. Remember the option down with the hips if you need. Good. Think about pushing, powering yourself up off the mat. Good. And then we're lengthening as well. Let's go for another 4. Lift your hips a little higher. 3. Last 2. Our last one. Well done. Come all the way down. Really, really nice. Okay, roll onto your back for a second before we do the other side. Hug your knees into your chest. Big, deep breaths. Awesome. Take a second just to think about which glute is sore. Make sure you're doing the other side. You'll probably figure it out pretty quickly, but it's a little easier. Okay, while we're here, it'd be rude not to do one core exercise and then we'll do the other side. Again, that'll give your glutes a little rest. Let's come up into a crunch. If you need to, your hands are behind your head. If you can, we stay here. We reach your arms back. Big exhale, circle the arms around. If you can, reach the legs as well. Circle around. Inhale to reach. Exhale to circle. Inhale to reach. Exhale around. If you need to, one hand behind your head. Good. See if you can stay looking at the same point on your thighs so you're not lowering your head down. Last 2. Let's go for one more. Hug your knees to your chest. Take a little breather, a little rock from side to side. Awesome. Okay, make your way up. And we'll turn over and face the other side. Take a second to line yourself up along the back of your mat. Great. Both feet just in front of the body. You can start up onto your hand, and if you need to, you're on your bicep. Hand to the top of the hip. And just take a second to stack your hips. Great, you feel the abs come in. Let's lift the top leg. Okay, can we reach out through the toes a little more so you lengthen through the waist as we circle. Up and around with that top foot. Perfect, you got it. Now start to think in with the core. So rib cage is in, and you've just got a bit of core support so that your hips are staying stacked. Really nice. Good. Have a little check-in. If there's a little bit of tension in that neck, you might find it a little nicer down onto the bicep. Can we lift up through the obliques and try to lift the lower side of the waist off the mat, or just really lightly resting on the mat. Reverse the circle. Really nice. Breathing in. Big breath out. Last two. Last one. We hold here. The foot is just a little higher than the hip. We swing the leg forward and then we take it back past the hip, stretch out through the front of the hip flexor, connect the glute, then we go forward. Perfect. Then we go back. As you take the foot back, you actively draw the abs back. Awesome. Challenge how far you can take it back without feeling that lower back completely take over. Nice. Forward, and we take it back. 2. Really nice. Last one. Hold it back. Lengthen out through the front of the hip. Take it back a little further if you can. Tap down. Lift it up. Tap down. Lift it up. Try to use the glute to tap it down and up. We're lengthening out through the foot. Good. We're keeping our rib cage in. We speed it up a little. Tap it down. Lift it up. Great. 3. Last 2. Our last 1. And well done. Bend your knees. Shins are parallel to the front of the mat. Again, restack your hips. Try to push the top of the hip away. Let's lift the top leg up. We lower it down. So the knee and the foot lifts up. Now again, we lift it as high as you can without starting to roll backwards. Good. Looks great. Pull the abs back. Check in. This might be a good time to drop to the bicep if you needed to. If you're feeling good, you stay up onto your hand. Good. Last 2. Awesome. Last one. We hold. Glute connects. Pulse it up and down. We're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Awesome. Really nice. Now remember, my hand was in front of your knee and you're drawing those little circles on my palm. My hand's not that big, Run. Perfect. Keep it small. You want to do it big, so try to go smaller. Nice. That's perfect. Reverse. Great. 3, 2, hold the leg up, lift it a little higher, and well done. All the way down. Really, really nice. That'll get you. It's always the small movements. Let's push ourselves up. Elbow comes right under your shoulder. That's important. You don't want the elbow right out to the top of the mat. Tuck it right in under your shoulder. Set your shoulder. Looks great. Let's lift up. Top leg comes up. We reach. You could do this into a full side plank if you really wanted to. That'll be awesome. We bend it in. We reach. Otherwise, keep the bottom knee down. If you need to, you keep your hip down, especially if there's any shoulder injuries, if this doesn't feel good for you. Otherwise, we keep it up. In. Nice. Lengthen. Reach, reach, reach. Pull it in. Reach. In. Good. Pull the abs back. Can we do 4? In. Hips off the mat if you can for your last 3. 2. And our last one. Reach. And well done. Really nice. Looking good. We're doing so well. Let's come onto your back. Feeling the glutes or the abs more so far? Or maybe glutes right now, yeah. It was a bad time to ask that question. I'll ask you at the end. Your legs are in tabletop. We do one ab exercise here and then we're moving on. You have your feet together, your knees are wide, and your hands are now behind your head. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to crunch up. Wrap these abs around. Inhale down. If you felt confident now, we crunch up. Reach your legs, pull your knees together, then you go down. Nice and controlled. Crunch and reach. Inhale down. Last 3. Slow and controlled. Relax your head into your hands. Great. Our last one, we hold it up there. Either in the tabletop or the straight legs. Reach your arms up. Push them down. Abs flatten. Reach. Push them down. As you lower your hands, you lower the abs. in towards your spine. Only 3. Last 2. Let's go 1. Hold on to the back of your legs and rock yourself all the way up. Roll your shoulders out. Doing well. If you'd like a sip of water, great time to have one. We're coming up into a standing position on your mat. Okay, take your time, roll your shoulders out, and from here we're going to take your feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Send your hips back. Good. So your spine is long. You're sending your hips back, rib cage is in, abs are in, and the top of the head is reaching away from your tailbone. From this position, we're going to step our left foot out, directly out to the side. Good. Have a little look down at this right knee. Keep it in line with the side of the hip. Try not to let it collapse in. Step it in. Good. So we're just moving this left leg. Great. Yeah, your left. Throw me off, Moses. Good. I'm doing my right, so you're doing your left. Yeah. All right. The left and right is probably the least important part of this exercise, so we won't worry about that. If you're doing your right at home, well done. Keep going. Okay. Now, have a look at the pelvis or feel the pelvis here. As you take the leg out, try to keep the pelvis level. So you want to avoid taking it out and hiking it up. So instead, you connect the core, you step out, you try to keep the pelvis as level as you can. Now, a little lighter on the foot that's moving. Good. Can we send your hips back a little more? Pull the abs in a little more so you're staying quite low. We're going to start taking the foot back on a little more of an angle now. Back, good, and then in. So it's actually less about the moving leg and more about the standing, stabilizing leg. We have just fired the glute muscles up, so that's what we want to be working here. Doing well. Relax your shoulders. More connection through that upper back. 3. Last 2. And then our last 1. Hold it out there. Swing the leg back directly behind you now and tilt forward. The arms come forward as well. Big tilt forward. Pull it in. And then we reach. Same leg moving in and out. Pull it in. Elbows come in. And then we reach. More advanced option, you're hovering the moving leg. Step it in. Up to you. Focus on staying low in the front leg and long in the spine. 1 more. Reach it long. Hold it there. Tilt a little further forward. Reach 1 arm up, 1 arm down. Switch. Switch. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. We're just really doing something fancy with the arms while we feel that front leg working. Abs in. Focus on your balance for 3 and 2. Last 1. Well done. Come all the way up. Shake your legs out. Easy as that. Did well. Nice hover there. Okay, team, let's go down. Take a second to really tilt forward. Top of the head away from the tailbone. Abs come in. Now we step the right leg out. Hold. See if you can keep the knee in line with your hip as much as you can. Step it in. Step it out. Awesome. If it's helpful, you can find the front of your hip bones. Take your fingertips about 1 inch inside, and then try to feel these deep abs here connecting in, staying slightly tight here to help keep your hips level. Good. If you're not too sure, keep your hands on your hips. Good. We can probably roll your shoulder blades a little closer together, wider across that collarbone. Nice. We start to take the foot back on a slight angle now. Step it in. Nice. That's good, Hector. Out. And in. Use your breath. Feel the abs come in. Really nice. And out. 2 more. Our last 1. Hold it there. Swing it back. Reach your arms forward, and it's actually quite a good tilt forward. Pull the elbows in as you step your leg in. Nice. Reach. Pull it in. I only want you to pull it in once you've reached, found that core connection, then you come in. Reach. Pull it in. Nice. Feel the upper back connect. Reach. Pull it in. Our last one, we hold it there. Swing one arm down, one arm up. Switch and switch. Really nice. Good. Nearly there for 3. Last 2. Last one. And really nice. Come all the way up. Great effort. Shake your legs out and carefully come back. Last little series here on the mat, down onto your hands, and then we finish onto your back. Nearly there. So we're working hard. Looking good, making it look easy, team. With the left leg, take it back and up behind you. Reset the hips facing down. Right arm goes out to the side if we have enough room. I want you to lower the hand down an inch and lower the foot down an inch. We come up. Good. Think about pulling in at the waist, trying to use your obliques to help keep the torso nice and still and steady while the hand and the leg move. 3. Last 2. Last 1. We hold. We breathe in, push up away from the floor a little more. Lift the foot a little higher. Lift your hand a little higher. And then we close it back down. Really nice. Kick the right leg back. Left arm goes out. Awesome. Push the foot back a little more. Lift the abs up. Lower down a little. Lift up a little. Think about pulling in at the waist. Supporting your back here. Feel those muscles fire up under that right armpit there. 3. Last 2. Our last one we're going to hold. Lift the foot up a little higher. Lift the hand up a little higher. And then we close it back down. We're straight into that cat stretch. Round your back, sinking down through the middle. Whatever variation of that you'd like to do, so we'll just do a few more in your own time. Rounding your back, sinking down. Awesome. One more. And then really nice. So coming down onto your mat. Onto your back, take your time. One leg to tabletop when we're here. The other leg to tabletop. We come up into a crunch. We reach one leg up, straight up. The other leg down. Hold onto the back of the thigh, the calf, wherever feels good. The abs are in. It's not just a stretch. We switch. We switch. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. 5 more. Last 2. Last 1. Hold the legs in this position. Take your hands behind your head. Twist towards the leg that's up in the air. Switch. Twist to the other side. Looking good. And we twist. If this is too much, great option to have your feet down. You don't need to do the legs if this is a bit much. If we can, we just do 3, 2. Last 1. Hug your knees to your chest. And we have one more core exercise in us. Great to hear. Let's get it out of the way. I didn't even give you an option to answer then. We take a breath in. Let's crunch up. We're pumping our arms, top of the shoulder blades up off the mat. Abs are in and down. Breathing in. You're really active with your arms. Breathing out. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Option 1, we're here. We could take our feet down to the mat if you needed. If we can, we reach and we lengthen. Let's crunch a little higher. Breathing in. Breathe out. In. Breathing out. Feel the abs draw in and down. Reach out through your legs. Crunch a little higher. Take your feet a little lower. 2 more breaths. One more. And well done. Hug your knees. Take your knees out as if they're pulling into your armpits and a little rock from side to side. Well done. Breathing in. Big breath out. Let's straighten our legs down onto the mat. We are hugging our right knee in towards your chest. Now take your left hand to the right knee and just cross it over the body as far as you feel is comfortable for you. And we're trying to keep that right side of the shoulder down. Breathing in. Breathe out. Just relaxing here, winding down. You've done so well today. So now just take a few big deep breaths. Come back to the middle. Straighten that leg. Take the other leg in. Okay, take the hand to the knee. Try to keep the left side of the shoulder down. Big breath in. Good, just as far as feels good for you. Breathe in. Big breath out. Straighten both legs down onto the mat. Reach your arms up. One full roll up. Let's make it a good one. Push your heels down. Hold on to the back of the legs if you need. We reach up. Okay, so we dive forward to your feet. And now I want you to lengthen out through the fingertips. Feel like you're reaching your fingertips away from your tailbone. And then fold forward one more time, reaching forward for the feet. And then we lengthen up, out through the fingertips. Big breath in, big breath out. Awesome. We're going to cross our legs, sitting up nice and tall, and we're just going to open our arms out to the side. Drop your shoulders down, cross over at the elbows, then just reach your fingertips up. You might like to look down at your chest. Sit up a little taller. Big breath in, big breath out. Open the arms out, over to the other side. Reach your fingertips up. Okay, let's go over to the left side. Drop that shoulder, reach up and over. So thank you so much for joining me today, team. In here or at home, you've done so well. And a big thank you to Damien and Anna and all of the Aroha team for having me this week. Been so lucky to be here for the week and finish off with a little class. Awesome, so I hope you all have enjoyed your Wild Pilates class. You can find me online, full online studio if you'd like to do some more at-home classes. Otherwise, enjoy the view and thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, guys. Thanks, team. Well done. Thanks for joining at home. Peace. Thank you. Well done, team. It's not sweat. Oh, great, yeah. I thought so, yeah. Should we blame it on the, it was the sun, really. It was warm.